Hey, welcome to today's video. I am offering you a little bit of reading out loud again, and it's from a book by Neale Walsch again. I love this series of books by him, and I really enjoy the idea of sharing snippets of different books with you. So I'm reading this today. I'm going to put the transcripts on my website so that if the text works with you and connects with you, you can easily copy and paste. I highly encourage you to get the book. This is Conversations with God, part 4, the number 4. And I'm going to be reading that to you. It really works in pair with my previous video called Pluto in Aquarius, where I channeled and explained the energy of what Pluto in Aquarius did in the past and how history repeats itself and what kind of energies we're going to get into, because the planet Pluto, planet or dwarf planet or whatever they decided in recent scientific news, Pluto entered Aquarius, and that was at the end of March 2023, and it will remain there 20 years. I highly encourage you to watch this video and to continue on with this one too. We're creating a new world. There is going to be a lot of different changes, obviously, in the physical density, in the world of matter. There's going to be a lot of innovations, and I talked about all of this in the video, as well as innovations of consciousness. There's a deeper transformation happening there with the human species and our stay on Earth. So when this extract came through, I saved it up. It's been weeks and months that I've kept it, because it illuminated things that are very interesting, and it all comes from this exchange that the author is channeling from him to the source, the infinite, the divine creator. And so he called it Conversations with God. So this is from God telling Neale, the author, about what an awakened species looks like and has looked like in other different realms, different planets or consciousness or galaxies. And it might help us to draft what we're about to create together. And I'm very happy to offer you this and to continue teaching, because I crave a different society. I crave a different collective, and this is not enough. The values of moralities that are brandished here, but never ever a real part of what we do and the actions that we do, and the hypocrisy of it all. It's difficult, and a lot of us suffer from this. I suffered from this, and I never want anyone to suffer from it ever again. So if I can help prevent that and heal all of our wounds, so that we're kind to one another and that we protect one another, that we work together in the new challenges that we're facing now with climate change, that would be great. So I'm reading this to you right now. If you want to become part of the evolution, if you want to know more, if you want to heal yourself and help others around you, then I highly suggest you to join my school, where I teach everything from energy healing to understanding auras, to understanding your energy body, to addressing different wounds that you have within you, so that you can, move to the next chapter, move to the next version of who you're creating yourself to be. You don't have to stay in this wounded state. You don't have to constantly be hurt by life and hurt by others around you. So yeah, my school is there. My videos all of year is available to you at all times, and I hope that you find something soothing there, something healing and self-constructing. Yeah, let's go. So let's read from God to Neale Walsch, Conversations with God. What does an awakened species look like? 1. An awakened species sees the unity of all life and lives into it. Humans in an unawakened state often deny it or ignore it. 2. An awakened species tells the truth always. Humans in an unawakened state often lie, to themselves as well as others. 3. An awakened species says one thing and will do what they say. Humans in an unawakened state often say one thing and do another. 4. An awakened species, having seen and acknowledged what is so, will always do what works. Humans in an awakened state often do the opposite. 5. An awakened species does not embrace a principle in its civilization that correlates with the concepts that humans refer to as justice and punishment. 6. An awakened species does not embrace a principle in its civilization that correlates with the concept that humans refer to as ownership. 8. An awakened species shares everything with everyone all the time. Humans in an unawakened state often do not, only sharing with others in limited circumstances. 9. An awakened species create a balance between technology and cosmology, between machines and nature. Humans in an unawakened state often do not. 10. An awakened species would never, under any circumstances, terminate the current physical expression of another sentient being unless asked directly by that other being to do so. Humans in an unawakened state often kill other humans without that other human requesting them to. 11. An awakened species would never do anything that could potentially damage or harm the physical environment that supports the members of the species when they are physicalized. Humans in an awakened state often do so. 12. An awakened species never poisons itself. Humans in an awakened state often do so. 13. An awakened species never competes. Humans in an awakened state are often in competition with one another. 14. An awakened species is clear that it needs nothing. Humans in an unawakened state often create a need-based experience. 15. An awakened species experiences and expresses unconditional love for everyone. Humans in an awakened state often cannot imagine even a deity who does this, much less do they do it themselves. And finally, 16. An awakened species has harnessed the power of metaphysics. Humans in an awakened state often largely ignore it. So while all those words might seem harsh, that's just one of those perspectives. It can be seen as draft lines around which we can draw the next iteration of what humanity does together. And there are obviously a lot of things that were chosen collectively by our ancestors or by the people in power at that time or right now that wished to enrich themselves by controlling us. But there are also things like the death penalty and the way that resources are held together by the 1%ers and not the rest. And there are things that we can also witness in ourselves and strive to change. I want to share that last point again, where an awakened species has harnessed the power of metaphysics, because it's necessary that we all know that. It's necessary in this day and age to actually understand that we have an energy body, that the world functions a certain way, that there are laws of physics that we know of, and there are laws of energetics that are needed to be understood. And that's what I strive to do with my school, to really teach you and let you experience. It's not about believing, it's always about practicing together and having an exercise and doing that day by day, trying something new, experiencing that this is real and this is in your hands, and that you can shift it with your will, with your hands, with your energy, with your awareness. So I highly encourage you to read that book, to go to the text if you need to copy it down, and to reflect on each point, because I read it, but we could spend an hour on each of those 16 points. And I encourage you to join my school if you'd like to learn with me and to not be alone in this journey. We often need a guide. I need a guide. I have my guides, and I encourage you to find yours too. Thank you for watching. I would really enjoy having a conversation with you, so please comment anything that has come through for you and anything that you have questions about even. And if you're interested in more, I would love for you to subscribe. Thank you. Take care. Bye.